the International Integrated Research Conference 2020 with the theme Autonomy of Learning and Integrated Research Towards Industrial Revolution 4.0. This is Albino and Taer from Surigao State College of Technology, Mainit Campus, Mainit, Surigao del Norte, Philippines. I am here to present to you my research output, and this is the order of presentation: the title, the introduction, objectives, materials and methods, findings, conclusion, and recommendation. Replacement effect of maize with giant swamp taro and wild jam root meal on growth and carcass traits of native chicken raised under conventional management. Higher demand for native chicken and native chicken meat products in the market today. However, the production of native chicken is very much far behind, considering that the production system is scavenger and free range. There is a need to intensify native chicken production, that is, raising of native chicken similar to broiler production. But in doing such, it would incur higher production cost, knowing that the higher feed cost is caused by limited supplies of corn. Corn is used as biofuels and starches for industrial uses, other than food for human and feeds to animals. Researchers are looking for alternatives to corn. We have the other types of cereals and the different root crops. In Surigao del Norte, there are plenty of giant swamp taro, which is locally known as palaw, and scientific name Certosperma mercosi, and wild jam, which is locally known as kulot, and scientific name Dioscorea hispida. Taro corms are currently utilized as animal feeds, as it has been used to feed for ruminants, snails, fish, pig, including poultry. There are many Certosperma cultivars, but few have been analyzed for nutrient content. For wild jams, it has gained nutritional superiority when compared with other tropical root crops, but some wild forms are toxic, unpalatable, taste bitter, and cause vomiting and diarrhea if no proper processing or if eaten raw. Broiler starter and finisher diets with a mixture of yam and sweet potato peel meals have replaced maize by 15 to 45% without adverse effect on growth, hematological profile, and broiler carcasses. Giant swamp taro and wild jams are proven to replace in part of maize for broiler chicken, but not yet proven in the native chicken diets. Therefore, this study was aimed to utilize the neglected root crops giant swamp taro and wild jam root meal and their combinations as a substitute for corn as an energy source for native chicken diets raised under conventional management. Materials and methods: giant swamp taro corms, wild jam roots, other ingredients, and of course the study animals, which was the native chicken. The diet formulation: the total amount parts by weight of corn in corn soya based diet was replaced by 50% giant swamp taro, 50% wild jam, and 25% giant swamp taro plus 25% wild jam that were used to formulate in the diets for treatments 2, 3, and 4. For treatment combinations: treatment 0 for commercial, treatment 1 corn-based formulated, treatment 2 50% giant swamp taro, treatment 3 50% wild jam, and treatment 4 25% giant swamp taro plus 25% wild jam. 4 weeks of communal brooding for chicks, followed by 8 weeks feeding trial, which was after brooding, conducted at Surigao State College of Technology, Mainit Campus, Poultry Production Area in February to April 2020. commercial chick booster was given to birds during communal brooding, while chick grower mass at feeding trial. Data gathered were the following: feed intake, final weight, mean weight gain, specific growth rate, feed conversion ratio, mortality rate, carcass characteristics and organ weight, and the economic profitability. Ad libitum feed and water was given to all birds with utmost care. Feed intake was taken from the feed given minus the feed refused. Initial weight was determined after brooding prior to distribution of birds to different cages. Body weight and weight gain were assessed every 2 weeks, while carcass measurements was on harvest. Findings: initial weight was similar on all treatments. For feed intake, it was highest for treatment 0 and treatment 1, and lowest in treatment 3. Final weight, mean weight gain, specific growth rate were all highest in treatment 0, while all lowest for treatment 2. For the feed conversion ratio, it was highest for the treatment 2 and lowest for the treatment 0. For the treatment 4, which was the 25% giant swamp taro plus 25% wild jam combinations denoted in blue, it is similar to both the highest and the lowest values. For the carcass characteristics and organ weights, higher slaughter weight was noted for treatment 0 and lowest for treatment 2 and 3, while the neck weight was highest for treatment 4 and thigh weight was highest for treatment 0. The dress weight, dressing percentage, breast, back, heart, spleen, and liver were all similar in all treatments. For the income over feed and chick cost, highest derived income was on corn-based, followed by the 25% giant swamp taro plus 25% wild jam combination, followed by the commercial. However, their mean value differences are all similar. In comparison, control commercial and control corn-based versus the root replacements, which was treatment 2, 3, and 4. Superior in overall growth, carcass performances, and income over feed and chick cost of native chickens recorded in treatment 0 and treatment 1. However, comparable overall performance results with control treatments were observed in treatment 4, which was the 25% giant swamp taro and 25% wild jam combination. The results suggested that giant swamp taro and wild jam, when combined, can substitute maize up to 50% rather than solo 50% giant swamp taro or a solo 50% wild jam replacements. The improved and better performance showed by the 25% giant swamp taro plus 25% wild jam combinations versus the other single replacements may be attributed to the acceptability and efficiency of the diet, as evident by higher feed intake and better feed conversion ratio in this study. Giant swamp taro meal is a good source of protein, fiber, nitrogen-free extract, and metabolizable energy, but poor ash and fat. However, wild jam is high in ash, fat, and moisture. The mixing of giant swamp taro and wild jams gives a product with a balanced quality nutrient and probably the reason of improved performance. Although giant swamp taro and wild jam have been used singly to replace maize in a poultry diets, at the moment there is no literature on the feeding value of the combination of the two root crops to poultry. In conclusion, the 50% giant swamp taro and 50% wild jam sole replacements for maize as energy sources in native chicken diets resulted in a decreased performance of native chicken. However, replacement of maize with 50% combined giant swamp taro plus wild jam resulted in improved growth performance, carcass characteristic, width of organs, and economically profitable on par to commercial and corn-based diets. Therefore, recommended for a conventional native chicken production. Recommendations: a thorough processing of root crops to eliminate toxins should be performed before utilization is recommended. Further studies recommend investigating the use of giant swamp taro and wild jam combinations in different feed forms to verify its efficiency may be explored. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much to the organizers and audience of this International Integrated Research Conference 2020.